Yo, 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 welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. Welcome back. I smell that in a NFL season is upon us, and I can almost taste it. It's right around the corner. Ooh wee, smells good. All right. Anyway, music to our ears, right? When that music come on for all these little theme musics for each CBS, Fox, NFL Network, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, just get you going, get your juice flowing a little bit, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm back. Now, where have I been, right? Working, pretty much. Like, I got a lot going on, okay? But we here, and we gonna do the best we can with the time we got moving forward through this season, right? If you don't see me for a little while, understand I'm working, okay? And when I say I'm working, it's not a 9 to 5 necessarily. I got stuff to do in my life that's very important, that makes even my beloved Dolphins take a back seat. Not that I ain't gonna be watching the game, I'll be watching the games. But like being an information junkie on the Dolphins like I used to be, where I knew everything that was going on and this and that, and I was on top of it, not able to be that. But I do want to make sure my voice is still there for the subscribers, because you subscribed for a reason. So I want to make sure I do right by y'all by giving y'all weekly commentary, whether that's a preview, a recap. The recaps, they going to be there. I promise you. After the game, you guaranteed a recap from me. Okay? I'm not getting away from the recaps. But you might not always get a preview, or you might not always get a Tuesday video. Right? You might not always. Just letting you know. But I'm going to try it always. But you might not always. But I am going to try it always. So if you see that 6 weeks straight that I've been giving it, then know that it's me making sure I'm getting it done. And if I don't, it's because I absolutely couldn't as well. All right. So I'm going to do my due diligence to make sure I get y'all the content. But understand, your boy got stuff going on. And I don't like to make videos about stuff I don't know enough information about, because I don't want to be up here just running my mouth. I'm not that type of YouTuber. That's why you'll see me go dark for a month or two, because if I don't have a great idea of what I want to talk about, or if I don't have factual context to make a video on, I'm not making it. I'm not making it. All right, so here we go. The season is upon us. This video is pretty much a preview of the season itself. I'm not going to give an actual win-loss record. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on where I think the Dolphins are going to be at the end of the season. And that's it, right? And we'll talk about game one, of course. We'll talk about a little bit of preseason, things like that. We'll get into it. We'll sum it up. I'll make a nice video for y'all today regarding the Miami Dolphins as a whole this season. First thing I want to talk about, because a lot of people done got the bag. Okay, apparently Stephen Ross done upgraded his level of bag giving to the top tier level, because he's been giving out the bag this season. There's only one person left. Hold on, man. Javon Holland. That hasn't got the bag yet, but we'll see what happens. Excuse me, guys. Allergies. We'll see what happens with him. Mike McDaniel got the bag. That man done got his money. All right, so my dog done got paid, but it's a curse pay. Why is it a curse pay? Because the last few times, save for Brian Flores, I believe, that head coach got the bag, he got fired. Now, is Mike McDaniel going to get fired after this season? No. If they go 5-12, Mike McDaniel's not getting fired. They'll give him another year. But next year, if they start out shaky, they will fire his behind before the season is over. All right? So he's not going to get fired after this year. But next year, if they sorry, if they start out the year 0-5, something like that, 0-6, 1-5, 1-6, 2-7, they're going to let that man go. I promise you they will. All right? So, with that on Mike McDaniel's mind, hopefully he's different because we need him to be here for the long haul. I love Mike McDaniel. That is now my favorite coach we've ever had, and he hasn't really done enough for that to be the case, but neither have any of the other guys that was there before him. It's not like anybody has won a playoff game, let alone been to the playoffs 2 years in a row, except Dave Wannstedt. All right? Dave Wannstedt did it. But after that, nobody. Nick Saban couldn't even do it, and he's a Hall of Fame coach overall, but definitely for college, of course. So, all right, Mike McDaniel, my favorite coach that I've ever had as a Dolphin fan, and I started watching football really cognitively, where I remembered what I was watching 99 playoffs against the Jacksonville Jaguars where we got blown out 62-7 or something like that. Okay? That was my first game. I became a Dolphin fan, a real Dolphin fan, the very next year after that, when Jimmy Johnson was no longer there or Dan Marino. All right? So I watched the Jay Fiedler and on era. So I haven't seen much winning. Hopefully, this coach can do that for us moving forward, where we're going to the playoffs consistently and we're able to win playoff games on our way to a doggone Super Bowl at some point, whether that's this year or years to come. And I want him to be around like a Mike Tomlin, where you're getting a winning season every year. Every year. At minimum. All right? And that's leading you to multiple playoff runs where you have a chance of doing something. That's what I want. You don't have to win the Super Bowl every year, but you got to be competent every year, like a Mike Tomlin team was for many, many years before he finally started. You know, it started coming down a little bit after Ben Roethlisberger, but they're building, right? So hopefully us Dolphins can keep going up and up and up and up and up. And speaking of going up and up and up and up and up, there are some expectations this year. Now, the expectations aren't to win a Super Bowl. My expectations are not to win a Super Bowl. I do not expect to win a Super Bowl this year. Do I want us to win a Super Bowl? Of course. Who doesn't? But do I expect to win a Super Bowl this year? Absolutely not. Now, some of y'all going to be like, well, then we didn't do our job. The team didn't do their job if we don't expect to win a Super Bowl this year. Understand, guys, these things take time. And there has to be a lot of luck to actually win a Super Bowl. Meaning, you need other teams to have injuries at key spots that you don't have to be exploited by to win a certain game. You need things to go your way, a ball to bounce this way, a call to bounce this way, a play that wasn't supposed to work, a play that was supposed to work not to. You have to have a lot of factors play in. Health has to be there as well. All right, some teams can persevere and get through those things. A hot streak, things at the right time, things like that have to go your way for you to win a Super Bowl. All right, and the Miami Dolphins have a lot of deficiencies where if certain things go wrong, it will derail our season. What are you talking about, DP? namely Tua Tagovailoa going down. If Tua goes down early and he's out a long time, our season is over. How could I have high expectations of us winning a Super Bowl when that is a big factor? You think the Eagles had a big problem with Wentz going down? No. When they won that Super Bowl, they knew if he goes down, we have a capable, real capable backup in Mike Foles that can get the job done. Nick Foles, sorry. Not Mike. Nick Foles that can get the job done, and that's just what he did. We don't have that. We don't have that. We have Skyler. Skyler's cool. He's not Nick Foles. All right, so, well, and maybe he is. And maybe he proves me wrong. But I don't believe that we're going to be a competent football team if we lose Tua Tagovailoa. Let's go to the offensive line. Armstead, he's guaranteed to miss games at this point. Can Paul step in? Can he? Can Paul step in and actually be real good for us at that spot? I don't know. Big if. Let's say we lose multiple guys on the offensive line. Let's say Liam Eichenberg goes down as well. Can Meyer step in? Meyer step in and be serviceable for us? And some of you are like, well, Eichenberg's not even a starter, really. And I get that. But he's the guy we have right now. What if the starting center actually doesn't come back? What if he stays out hurt? What if Odell stays out hurt? And Waddle or Tyreek Hill go down? Do we really have a capable offense at that point? All right, the only thing that we have real depth at for real, is our offense, running back, tight end. If Achane goes out, we good. If Mostert goes out, we good. If both of them go out, we probably still good. All right? We have depth at running back. Tight end. If Jonnu go out, we straight. We can get by. Tanner Carter made the team. We good. We can get by. If he's out, but Smythe is there, we got Julian Hill for that. We straight. If Julian Hill goes out and we got the other two guys, we good. All right? On the offense, no depth at quarterback. No real depth at line. No real depth at wide receiver. Injuries happen. It's a guarantee. Somebody's going to go down. It only takes the wrong person to go down to derail your season. And I'm talking about season-ending injuries, right? ACLs, MCLs, PCLs, Achilles, pecs, broken bones, anything like that. We could be missing guys for a significant amount of time, and it could derail our season. Defensively last year, right? Derailed our season when all of our linebackers and D ends were nowhere to be found because they were injured. And I'm talking about the premier guys. Gone. That derails your season. Derails it. Because you can say, okay, well, we just got to score more points. But what if you don't, right? Then you can't stop nobody. So now, let's say you got the ball first. You went down and scored a touchdown. You got nothing on defense. They go down and score a touchdown. You go down and score a touchdown. They go down and score a touchdown. You go down and score a touchdown. 21-14. You counting with me, right? They go down and score a touchdown. Then you miss one. 3 and out. They go down and score a touchdown. They up. You go down again. Can't get a touchdown. They go down. They get a touchdown. They up 2 touchdowns. What you supposed to do? They know you can't, at that point, run the football. They pinning their ears back. You can't pin your ears back because you're on defense and you ain't got nobody. You can't stop a nosebleed. All right? That's what was going on with us kind of last year, where we had no pass rush. Those guys could sit there and pat the ball, wait 8 seconds for a guy to get open, throw it to him. That's it. X was out for a number of games as well, and when he came back, he wasn't that healthy. Holland was out, so we had nothing on defense, period. It wasn't just the line, none of the linebackers. We had nothing on defense. We was out there with Ethan Bonner and a pack of chewing gum. we ain't had nothing out there. All right? We can't function like that. Honestly, we can't. We cannot. On defense, this year, ain't a lot of depth on the line. Not till Chubb come back. And we don't know what kind of Phillips we're going to get just yet. Only people I trust, for real, on defense, right now, safety. That's about it. All right? Because I like what I seen from dude that just came in. I cannot remember his name right now. I think he just switched his number to 26. May, there he is. May. We got May. You got Holland. You got Poyer. You have, I believe he made the team as well. The special teamer, number 22. Can't remember his name right now. I got so much other names in my head. All right. So I believe in safety. Linebacker. I'm cool at middle linebacker. Inside linebacker. Cool there. All right. As long as some of those guys can get healthy again, like Walker, right? Anthony Walker. As long as he's healthy again, we should be straight. We got Jordan Brooks, and we have, which, by the way, we do have. We'll talk about that in a second. Where we do have captains, and I thought it was kind of interesting to see who all the captain was. David Long is the other inside linebacker I was thinking about, but he's also a captain. But linebacker, inside linebacker, not outside linebacker. Inside linebacker, we straight there, right? And I believe Pat Riley as well. I mean, not Pat Riley. Duke Riley as well can play well on the inside. So linebacker-wise, inside linebacker and safety, I'm cool. I'm cool. All right, because Jalen Ramsey can play safety too if you need him to be honest. I'm cool there. Cornerback, not a lot of depth. Defensive tackle, not a lot of depth at all. Defensive end, tackle / because they don't really have defensive ends for real, not a lot of depth. And then you have your outside linebacker edge rushers, not a lot of depth. So we got to stay healthy. We have to. In order for this season to really be a deep playoff run, Super Bowl caliber expectation season, to have that expectation means that you expect all these key guys that we have on offense and defense that are starters and key contributors to be there for all the big moments. We can't guarantee that. We don't have a lot of depth, therefore, no expectation that they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I do expect them to make the playoffs. I do expect them to get out the first round. That's it. That's all. After that, you're playing a bunch of really good teams, as good as you are, and I don't expect much from that. You play Kansas City. You play Baltimore at their house, right? All these teams at their house. You playing them at their house, you're losing. Second round, you're losing. First round, if you could somehow end up the 4th seed, for example, and get a home game, you might get that game. But that next game ain't finna be no home game. It's going to be an away game. You might lose that joint, depending on if you got to play. Well, more likely you playing an away game in the second game if you're the 4th seed, right? I just don't see no way around that unless the what? It had to be the 7th seed. The 7th seed and the 6th seed both win. Because you playing 4 or 5 play each other. If they both win, then you got a home game again, but that's not likely, right? So when it comes to the Dolphins, expectation-wise, bring it down a little bit, guys. Super Bowl, no. We can say, we're going to the Super Bowl all we want. We're not going to the Super Bowl realistically this year, all right? We need some proof. So the depth that we do have, or lack thereof. If they get better through this season, right? Like last year, we didn't think we had depth at offensive line. The next thing you know, we did, because the drop-off wasn't as severe. So we found out, dang, Butch could really coach these boys for real. We knew we had depth there. We wasn't scared no more when somebody went down, because we're like, Butch is going, in Butch we trust, right? Let's see. Cornerback, can that happen? Can Cav Smith, Ethan Bonner hold their own if they have to, right? At center, if Mayer has to come in there, can he hold his own if he has to? If the Rook got to come up in there, can he hold his own if he has to at left tackle, right? And then hoping that some of the guys we have don't regress as well, right? We're hoping Jackson does not regress at right tackle and all of a sudden become a turnstile again. We're hoping that Cotton can be good. So we got to chill out, all right, when it comes to that. Now, let's talk about Tua for a little bit, all right? We got to. It's about the Dolphins, so let's talk about Tua. Tua looks a lot better. Now, I didn't do any videos on preseason, right? That one drive Tua had told me everything I need to know. Everything I need to know. Everything. That told me offense would be just fine. Status quo. Same thing we had last year. Same thing we had the year before that. We'll be fine. No problem. All right? Tua. Touchdown. Craycraft. Got him. Out of there. Don't need no more time. All right? And I didn't see no more either. I was like, get him out of there. All right? Because I don't need to see no more from Tua in preseason at all. He answered the questions. Can we still get this done the same way? Yes, we can. We can use all them same plays. They gonna work, and then we'll be able to put up points, just like we've been putting up points, having a top 5 offense the last 2 years, probably top 3 the last 2 years. So we should be able to be on offense what we have been. That's cool, as long as the guys is healthy, right? Injuries is the problem I have, because I know we're going to have some, and if they're at key positions, it's not going to be the same, especially if Odell don't come back strong. Oh, we have an injury at wide receiver. Ooh. It's not like Craycraft is playing right now. Craycraft hurt too. So we already have deficiencies at wide receiver. What you going to do, put A-Chan at wide receiver full time if Tyreek Hill goes down or Waddle goes down for the season? You got to really think about this stuff. And now, all of a sudden, if Mostert goes out, which he tends to have injuries, you're just going to lean on Jalen Wright the whole year? So, man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But when it comes to Tua, though, I got some expectations. Right? Last year, I said Tua needed to get 30 touchdowns. He was one short. Now, could he have gotten the touchdowns if there were some drop touchdowns that were caught? Yes. But could he also throw more touchdowns in the last 4 games? Yes. Namely, in a game against the Dallas Cowboys where he threw none. We need more tutties. All right? We need more touchdowns. I need Tua to get to 30. And now, that's a low bar, really. Because Tua had 29 last year. I should be looking for 40 touchdowns. But I ain't greedy. We ain't get to 30 yet. Let's get to 30. I need Tua to throw 30 touchdowns this year. I also need Tua to give me less than 12, meaning 11 and under touchdowns. If he throws for 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, I'm cool. Yards-wise, don't really matter to me. I want him to cross 4,200. 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns minimum, 11 interceptions maximum. I'm cool. Cool with that. That's fine with me. All right? I don't know if that's fine with y'all, but that's cool with me. I'm straight with that. 100%. 100%, I'm good with that. All right? If that's what Tua gives me, round of applause for you, Tua. And stay healthy as well for the whole season like you did last year. Let's go on a streak with that. Now, Tua been healthy 2 years in a row. Let's have us say that at the end of the year, right? While seemingly guys like Joe Burrow, who came in healthy, can't stay healthy all of a sudden, right? Let's flip the script a little bit where now they're talking about the likes of Joe Burrow and Herbert not staying healthy and you staying healthy. Herbert just had hand surgery himself this offseason. So let's hope that Tua can stay healthy and that he can get 4,200 yards. He can get, and some people be like, 4,200 yards, that's nothing. He had way more last year. I don't care about yards like that. 4,200 yards. Although it looks nice when you have a 300-yard game. I ain't gonna front. 30 touchdowns minimum. 11 interceptions maximum. I really would like to say under 10, but based on the type of offense we have where it's a timing-based offense, sometimes a guy slips, he's not where he's supposed to be, or you throw the pass a little off, and it's going straight to a defender. I understand that about our offense, so I can't ask for much less than that. I just want less than what he had last year for sure, or the year before that, which I believe was 12. No, he had 10. He had 10 the year before that. And that'd be cool too, but 11, right? I'm going with 11 at the end of the day. And put in the comment section how you feel about that as far as expectations for Tua, okay? And I want him to make the Pro Bowl again if he ain't going to be in the Super Bowl. So that's another expectation. But put in the comment section what your numbers for Tua, your expectation numbers for Tua are on the season, all right? Once again, I'm not going to give a win-loss record just yet. I want to see how we play our first game before I do that. But I will give a win-loss a prediction after the first game. Okay? I wait after the first game, and then off straight feelings, because that's what it's going to be off of, how we played in that game, I'll give 12, 13, 14 win, or 2, 3, 4 win. Right? Or maybe middle of the road. 9-8, 8-9. Something like that. All right? So, we'll see. But I want that first game to happen first. And I'm not going to give you no preview of the first game just yet. Full on. That's going to be later in the week. I usually put out a video Tuesday, put out a video Saturday, then I put out a reaction on Sunday. So that's usually the 3 videos you get from me throughout the week. Although, in a sense, no, but yes. But anyway, because Sunday starts a new week. But it's still 3 videos for a week, no matter what, even if the first one is on Sunday. We'll do an actual preview of the game where I give you score, predictions, and all of that on Saturday. And then the next one, because it's a short week, will be on Wednesday. All right, as far as preview video, because we play on Thursday. But when it comes to Tua, if he can stay healthy, I'm good. And those yards numbers and touchdown and interception numbers, I'm straight with Tua. And he's progressed if we could do that and win some of these doggone key games. But that's a team thing, not necessarily a Tua thing. For the team, though, we got to win some of these important games. Let's say we have like 5 important games, and I don't care where they are, right? I don't care. If in those 5 important games, we win 3 of them, I'm cool. We didn't win none of them games. Well, unless you want to count Dallas. That was an important game. We won it. We won 1 of them. All right? If we win 3 out of the 5, I'm cool. You ain't going to win all of them necessarily. Now, we can, but we ain't necessarily going to win all of them. But if we happen to win all of them, man, Super Bowl. You know what I'm talking about? But 3 out of 5. If we have 5 important games. We might have more. We might have less. I don't know. Injuries give you that whole thing, right? Because some of you like, oh, well, I looked at the schedule. We have like 6 or 7 important games. Injuries, bro. If they have their quarterback out, is it really that important a game anymore? No. All right, so we don't know how important the game is right now on paper because we don't know who's going to be there for the game. We don't. Let's say we play Buffalo at the end of the year and they don't have Josh Allen. He's out for the year. If we beat them, was that as important a game? You know, like it's not the same as if Josh Allen was in the game. It's not. Aaron Rodgers, if he goes down again, hopefully not, right? I really don't wish that on the Jets. All right. The Jets need their quarterback. Jets fans, if they're dumb enough, the game's away, so it probably won't happen. Don't have Aaron Rodgers nowhere near an American flag. Nowhere near one. Okay? Now, I'm not saying the American flag had anything to do with the man falling. But him carrying it out that American doggone flag and getting hurt 4 plays later, you don't want to see that again. Thank God the game is away and not at home. Because if the game was at home, I would have been like, don't have this man carry this doggone flag out again. Because there's going to be deja vu. I'm letting you know right now. But since it's an away game, just don't have him nowhere near the flag. Don't let him touch no flags before the game. None of that. Like, and I promise you, if I was a fan of the Jets, that's what I'd be telling y'all doing a Jets video right now. Don't let this man nowhere near no doggone flag. Okay? That's what I'd be saying. But I'm just letting y'all know. If y'all see this man anywhere near a flag. All right, anyway. But hopefully he don't get hurt. But if he is out again, is that as an important a game? No. At the end of the year. Right? You know they always make us play some games at the end of the year against these type of teams. So, Lamar Jackson's another one. If he's out. You know, so injuries are a big part of why games are big and why games are not big. So we got to make sure that we win those big games. If we have 5, win 3 out of them. I'm cool with that. Let's go above 500 against the important teams at the important times. Okay? I want that. I would love that to happen. When it comes to our defense, when it comes to ranking, all right, that's all I want to talk about. Well, I'll talk about some individual players too in a second. But when it comes to our defense, right? And I know some of y'all are like, well, what about the rushing game? Or what about wide receivers? I don't care about the yards for the wide receivers. And for the rushing game, I just want to make sure we keep on par with what we did last year. Top 10 rushing attack, good yards per carry average. The touchdowns can go down as long as the touchdowns are being made up. On offense, overall, if they have less touchdowns rushing and more touchdowns passing, I don't care. All right, as long as the touchdowns are around the same production-wise and the yards are around the same production-wise running the football, I'm cool, right? Wide receivers, Tyreek, I don't care if he goes for 2,000 yards or not. I don't care if he has 1,100 yards. If we are winning, I'm cool with that. All right. Now, if he's regressed, then I'm going to have a problem with that. All right. That I will have a problem with if Tyreek ain't the same Tyreek. But I don't expect him not to be. All right. Moving on to the defense. Here's what I do expect. I expect cohesively for us to be a top 10 defense this year. I know some of y'all are like, dang, boy, like you ODing right now because top 10, it's their first year. I don't care. Top 10 defense this year. What does that mean? That means all encompassing. I don't want to see bend don't break. I don't want to see a whole bunch of yards being given up in the pass game or in the rush game. I want us to be bottling it up. All right? I want us to be good in the red zone. I want us to be good on third down. And I want us to get sacks. And I want us to get interceptions. Yes, that does sound more like a top 5 defense than a top 10 defense. But I understand. Playing some of the teams we'll be playing on this schedule, we're going to give up some yards. Some games, we're going to give up some touchdowns. Some games, we're going to give up some big plays. Some games. We just need to make sure that some games and not most games. And I'm cool. All right? If you give me 12 to 13 good games versus 4 to 5 bad games, I'm cool. That leads you to being a top 10 defense towards the end of the season. I don't want us being a top 10 defense the first half of the season and the second half we're 32. No. I want us to end the season top 10, being a top 10 throughout the year overall. That's what I want. Consistency. Being a top 10 defense consistently. All right? That means that we need Jalen Ramsey to be an all-pro. I expect it. All right? All-pro. We need Phillips and Chop to do their thing. Between them, 15 sacks. That's all I ask for. Now, I understand some of y'all are like, why are you saying Chop instead of Chubb? Chubb's not going to be there for a while. And when he comes back, he'll be, I mean, you don't expect him to be hitting the ground running. It's going to take some time to get acclimated. I mean, when a man ain't played football in over a year when it comes to that point, right? Well, by the time he comes back for real. Probably. So, or maybe 10 months. Let's say 10 months to be on the safe side. So it's going to be a while before the man had played football. We got to give him some time. Chop got to be able to give me 3 or 4 if Phillips got 11, right? He got to. 15 between the two of them. Straight up. I need Ramsey to be all pro. I don't care how you get there. If he don't get no interceptions because they ain't throwing him the ball, I'm cool with that. It's fine by me. And I understand, guys, that this is a little bit of a longer video. We're over 30 minutes clearly right now. But, hey, it is what it is, right? You don't get a lot of videos from me. I feel like talking today. We just going to talk. It ain't going to be no hour video, but it's going to be a little bit longer than I've probably ever done before. All right. Because this is the preview of the Miami Dolphins. We're going over everything. Oh, we wait till we get to kicking and punting. Ooh, buddy. Ramsey, all pro. Holland. I need 5 takeaways. That's it. I don't care if they're fumble recoveries, forced fumbles, or interceptions. 5 takeaways, and I need you to make sure we're not giving up big plays. Poyer, I'm not asking much from Poyer. All right, I'm moving on from that. All right, Calais Campbell, I'm not asking much from him. I just want him to be consistently who he is. Sealer, 8 sacks. That's all. I want 8 sacks from Sealer. I want Sealer to show that, hey, I'm that dude. I'm that real deal. 8 sacks. Okay, Sealer? That's all I'm looking for. Linebackers. I'm putting this on this is on the linebackers. Okay? Linebackers. They're the ones that need to take pride in stopping the run. No more than 200-yard rushers. Meaning the actual person rushed for over 100 yards, not the team. Because I understand quarterbacks can get off, right? I'm not worried about that. If we got team-wise, them rushing for over 100 yards because the quarterback got off, I get it. I'm just talking about actual running backs. No more than 200-yard rushers through the year. That means that y'all and the defensive line are doing your jobs. Filling the gaps, making tackles in the backfield, doing the special stuff. All right? That's all I want to see. Top 10 defense, the players do what I asked. And I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. I ain't set no extra expectations high where they can't reach them, right? It's reasonable stuff. Top 10 defense, players doing what they need to do, and being consistent, right? Being consistent is very important to me. Let's go to special teams. I won't give up no punt returns. So all y'all on special teams, no punt returns whatsoever. We might give up a kick return because it's new. No punt returns. That means the kicker got to be on point. The punter. You got to be on point. Kicking that doggone ball deep. Making sure it's not standing there too long, but also making sure it ain't no line drive. And you got to be way more consistent. Got to be. Let's average 50 yards a kick. Minimum. Minimum. All right? That's what I want to see from our doggone punter. When it comes to Sanders now. Sanders, here's what I need from you, dog. I need you to be 87% on all your kicks, bro. I need you to be 87% or higher on all your kicks. And I need you to be 60% from 50. That's what I need. 87% on all your kicks, 60% from 50. We good. We good. We good, bro. We good. It shouldn't be a whole bunch of 50 yard kicks. But I need you to be 60% on those. And I'll be straight. I'll be cool with that. All right? And McDaniel, keep being the top 5 offense, bro. And rally this team in big games. All right? And start doggone getting some challenges. All right, here go one for McDaniel, and then we're going to finish this video. McDaniel, directly to you. I need you to win 6 challenges this year. And I need a 2 in a row. 6 challenges overall, 2 in a row. All right, you give me 2 in a row, that's progress. Because I don't even think that's ever happened. But I need 6 wins. I should ask for more. But let's start slow. 6 wins. All right? Now, everything I said, if you feel different, put it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. All right? Give me your expectations on every player that you want to see expectations met for. All right? And then we'll go back over this at the end of the year maybe and see where we all landed in our predictions, right? I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. Remember, playoffs, playoff wins, not necessarily Super Bowl, because we should not necessarily expect that of them, in my opinion. So let's bring that down expectation-wise. I'll holler at y'all. Love y'all. I'm out.